可以考之一 and I'll continue with the MS project of Sodor 1. So this report provides a critical review of the project management of the Sodor Oil Terminal project, which comprises project design and implementation. The critical evaluation assesses the project from start to end. The project examines how all phases of the project were handled in terms of the use of project management tools and methods. Sodor is a multidisciplinary project that includes civil engineering, structural engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and jetty constructions. And this is the MS project of Sodor 1, where the information given from the briefing of Sodor Oil Terminal project was tasked, the cost and estimated duration in weeks, and the order in which certain activities were to be done. The tasks that were assigned earlier in this stage are precedents and predecessors. The project was assigned in certain stages as project start, board approval, and end of project. From the said project plan, the team generated the cost model, which were captured against the original baseline. However, since there is no allocated budget, it is not possible to determine whether the cost is within the allocated budget. For Sodor Project Case Study Session 1, the initial project plan, starting on the first Monday in June 5, 2023, has a total project duration of 112 weeks and total cost of 5,781,000. The procedure of the project closure starts by the project manager notifying the project board that the project is ready for closure, and the project manager of Session 1 will be expected to hand over the project to its owner. Next, I'll move on with the MS project of Sodor 2. After receiving the project brief, the project initiation starting process. At this stage, it was necessary to obtain vendor information, costing, and precise estimation of the overall project duration. The vendor selection method was agreed to based on the country of origin, price, delivery schedule, and rating of vendor by previous clients and classification into 4 parts: 1 poor, 2 moderate, 3 good, and 4 very good. Following group assessment of Session 1 and corrections were identified, the project plan was corrected and updated with all the new information. The project duration reduced from 112 weeks at a cost of 5.78 million to 95 weeks at a cost of 5,612,500 euro, and the team reduced the project time by applying overtime working to some specific tasks, which shortened the duration to 95 weeks at a total overtime work are 2,542.5 hours, and the total estimated overtime cost is 1.88,921,000,25. Therefore, the total cost of this session is 6,701,421.25 euro, and our team will receive a total bonus of 48,000 euro for completing projects within 98 weeks. And in Sodor 2, an environmental impact assessment (EIA) is used to assess the significant impact of a project of development plan on the environment. The environmental impact assessment ensures that the project decision makers consider possible environmental impacts early on and aim to avoid, reduce, or offset these impacts. And this is to ensure that the advice is properly understood before a decision is made. And that's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter.
Hi Doctor, my name is Tan Suqi, number matric LP190249. Now I will continue the presentation of the part of Sodor 3. In this step of project adjustment, there is not much to do for this week compared to the previous 2 weeks. The main task for this week is to allow the team to ensure the project plans is correct and the selection made is in a suitable state to use as a baseline plan from start of the next season. The overall project duration shortened to 86.44 weeks and the cost increased to Euro 5,630,500 millions. Besides, the total overtime hours will reduce from 2,425.5 hours to 630 hours, and the cost reduced to 65,496.50. From this season, the critical tasks of the project are shown in 4 tasks of hard office work, piping installation, testing, and painting. Next, for Sodor 4. In this step, a baseline has been created and the team consulted the MS project instructional materials for guidance. A cost-benefit of optimal choice was calculated. The total duration from this season task has increased to 30 weeks The total cost for this season has increased to 5.78 million and 395, while the duration had increased to 90.6 weeks, where the overtime hours and cost remains the same. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nimije. Let's proceed with Sodor Section 5 and 6. Section 5 is week 45 into the project due to the choice of Mitsui, who is rating 2 as supplier. The project delayed by 2 weeks, beside with the choice of CCC from Greece, where the rating of 2 as the supplier to do the jetty. The project is then delayed 6 weeks also due to the information given, as all other jetty contractors are also running 6 weeks behind schedule, resulting the project delay further by 10 weeks. This caused the project durations to raise to 95.4 weeks, but the cost still remained at £5.78 million. Total overtime also remained at 630 hours at a cost of £165,000. Therefore, the total cost for this section is £5.95 million. After that will be Sodor 6. At this stage, the project was already done, but an early schedule delivery caused by the vendor rating 3 for installation and finishing activity has reduced the total duration of the project. Complex pipe installation also has delivered 2 weeks early. Therefore, these 2 early schedule delivery have pushed the total time to 93.4 weeks and the final cost to £5.78 million. In this session, the total overtime also remained at 630 hours at a cost of £165,000. Therefore, the total cost for this section is £5.95 million. The project still took less than the 98 weeks target, and thus our team will receive a bonus of £64,000. The project was a success because the criteria were finished on time, but choosing the vendor could have cut the project cost and can also lead to large bonus. Overall, we came to the conclusion that the Sodor oil project was successfully managed. The schedule was reached and there was no financial overrun. That's all from Group 3. Thank you.